Hey everybody, welcome back to Day Trade with Tony. This is of course the day trading channel and I am of course Tony. So if you're new to the channel, we're all about day trading equities on the US stock market, so the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, etc. It's stocks and shares, not futures, not forex, not crypto, not anything else other than equities. So we've been doing this small account, grow $500 to $15,000 for the whole month now. Today, 31st of May, so we started at the beginning of May. We had a bit of a false start to start off with, and then we started the small account challenge with $500. We've had a good day today. We've had a couple of setbacks along the way, but we've had a good day today. We've had the best day of the challenge of the challenge to date. So certainly the best day of the month. So we've managed to finish a little over $300 gross, which is a great position to be in. 34 stocks, and the goal today. So we started with just under $1,000 today, and the goal today as a result was $100. We wanted $100. We managed 316. So 3 times goal is a phenomenal achievement. Our first trade was red. We got in on SoFi, and we took, I think, 500 shares. It wasn't breaking out, so we gave it kind of 5 cents, a little bit of slippage as well. So we cut it for a $30 loss, and then we traded Exela. So Exela was moving up, and we took a nice position. Took half of the position off once we were in profit and rolled the rest up with a trailing stop loss. We finished on $70 of profit there. So that put us like $40 up gross. So then I traded CXAI, so CX app. I made over $80 on CX app. And then we traded GuardForce AI. All of the AI stocks. So NVIDIA's been having a wonderful time of late. And as a result of that, I mean, at one stage yesterday, it was a $1 trillion company. But as a result of that, it's been dragging a lot of the AI stocks with it. And GuardForce is one of those. And it popped up today, and we were able to get in on that. And we managed to make on GuardForce nearly $200, $195 on GuardForce. I'll show the last 2 trades. So a couple of trades there. I'll tack those on the back of this. We did trade the main account as well. We're over goal on the main account as well. So a good day all round. We got green on the main account. We stayed green on the main account. And when we got to goal, again, trading GuardForce primarily and CXAI. And today, just an overall good day. So let's have a quick look at the charts. Let's have a look at the trades and what actually happened before I pass you across to the recordings of the trades. Because after I finished the live stream, I carried on recording for any trading that I was doing. So I'll tack those recordings on the back of this. So this is GuardForce. The first trade that I took on the small account was indeed GuardForce. Let me just put this on the 1-minute chart so we can come back, and it was, here we go. So this was a nice move up, and we got in for the break of new highs here. You saw this moving up, and it's kind of bouncing a little bit up and down, but then it had a little bit of a breakout there. So I jumped across. It's hit the scanners, top momentum stock as it hit the scanners with this breakout, and as it pulled back, I got in for the break of new highs, and I was able to ride this up. Took profits here. Added back as it started to make a move back up, and then bought the dip here before moving back up and getting out. I actually got stopped out. Took half the position off and then got stopped out for the rest. That was GuardForce, and that was our biggest trade of the day. We did trade SoFi first. That was our losing trade, and SoFi we got in at the top of 950. Where was it? So we got in at the top here as we got new highs. We're moving up. It had a pullback. made new highs, so we got in for the continuation, and then it started to pull back, so we then got out for a small loss. Let's say we didn't get to, I think we managed to make about 3 or 4 cents here before it started to pull back. So we didn't actually get to the point where it was worth taking profits, so we just cut that when it just looked a little bit weak, and we cut it. With a bit of slippage, it was 6 cents we lost on that, 6 cents per share. Then we traded Xela, which got us green on the small account. So Xela, we traded this the bottom of the hour, 10:30-ish, on its way up. So we got in here and we rolled this up and put a stop in place, and we took some profits here and then put the stop in place, and then it pulled all the way back to the stop. So we didn't get any continuation. So we've got 500 shares here on the breakout, on the move up, and then we took 250 off up at the top as it started to pull back, put the stop in place, and we got stopped out here. So it's 10-cent trailing stop it was, but we didn't actually move any further, so it was as good as a 10-cent static stop. That got us green on the day. That got us $40 green or whatever it was. Then we traded CXAI. So CXAI, just after we got to the top of the hour here. So we got in here. We got this nice move up, a bit of a pullback, and we got in for continuation here. And we took some profits here, and then we put a stop in place. Very volatile stock, this one. So I wasn't prepared to trade this to start off with, because I didn't have a cushion on the day. Once I got a cushion on the day, so it was only a small cushion, but once I got a cushion on the day, I felt that, okay, I can trade this now. I've got a little bit of profit to burn. I can afford to take the risk with this because it was high risk because of the spreads and the volatility. So I thought with the cushion I've built on the day with Xela, I can now take a trade with this. And I'm glad I did, because we managed to finish at over $80 up on this particular stock, on this particular move. And then we traded Guard Force. So I was going to try and trade, so let's go back to CXI. So I was traded this. I was looking for the move. I was looking for a continuation. I thought it might continue and make another move up. Then I saw Guard Force moving up. So I couldn't take as big a share size with this, because obviously much higher price stock, $15. But Guard Force was moving up, and it was like $6 stock. So much easier to take a larger position with this particular stock. So I got in here again, as I was saying here earlier. I got in here for the breakout of new highs and rolled that up, and I was able to. I got stopped out on this candle here. I did switch over to the main account, but it didn't provide any continuation beyond 7. I was looking for a break over $7 on the main account, but it didn't. It pulled back from there, and that was me done for the day. So $316. Now we did trade the main account, and I'll talk you through the main account as well. So the main account, we traded. A couple of things we traded first. We traded C3 AI. So AI we traded first. So this was kind of a pre-market trade. It wasn't really going for me, so I kind of cut that. And then we traded CXAI, and that was just after 10. There was not a lot moving with the first half an hour of the market. So as this moved up here, I was able to trade this, take a small position to start off with, and then zoom further in so we can actually see. So as we got this move up here, we got this breakout, then the pullback, and then as we moved up, this is where I got in, took some profits here. It did move up, and we got added back to the position here, and then took some profits. So we're over $1,000 up at this stage. I think about 1,400 up at this stage on this particular ticker. Then we got back into the position after getting stopped out on this on this move here. Then we got back into the trade here, and this went against us. So we gave some of what we'd made back. However, we were not to be done. So we carried on. And we got back in here, and we were able to get back in here. Took a nice position, rode this up as it pulled back, bought the dip, and then it moved back up and took some profits up at the top, and then as it pulled back, got stopped out. So that was CXAI. That was the second biggest trade of the day. The biggest trade that I took today was SDA. So SunCar Technology. Now SunCar, it was here. It was moving up nice. We got this pullback here, then it just shot up into a halt. Halt level, it started to kind of get a bit volatile. In fact, as I'm saying this now, it's actually halting as I speak. So it's looking like it's getting volatile in power hour, because I'm recording this in power hour. So on the gap up, it then pulled back, and then as it started to make its way back up, I entered the position. It did make a bit of a pullback. Spreads were wicked. The volatility on this in terms of the range was like $2, but the spreads were wicked as well. So it was very risky stock to trade. But as this moved back up, I took some profits out at the top. Unfortunately, I took a limit order, and it was because it's a volatile stock, I've only got a partial fill. So it pulled back down again. As it went back up again on this candle, I exited out with a market order pretty much at the top here, and managed to make almost $4,000 on that. So that got me over goal. That got me to about $4,000. It was actually CXAI that got me, and Guardforce that got me over goal. But yeah, so a good day's trading across the board. So what does that look like on the statistics? Let's have a look. It is the end of May. So what does May finish like? I'm not trading anymore today. I've locked the montage. I'm not doing any more trading. I'm not overstaying my welcome, even though I can see this is. This particular stock's getting a bit volatile again. So what is May looking like? Where are we finishing May on? Okay, well, as you can see, this is. I'll look at the small account, then I'll look at the overall account in total. So small account, we've a couple of no trade days. Another couple of no trade days at the back end of last week. Of course, Monday was a federal holiday, so. All in all, 5 days that we didn't trade, which includes the federal holiday this month. But where does that put us on the small account? So we did have that big drawdown on the 18th, and we've just recovered that drawdown yesterday. And so as you can see here, so we recovered the drawdown yesterday. We got new highs yesterday, and then we've got basically huge gain today, $300. So what does that look like in terms of overall? Now, of course, this is growth. This doesn't take into account fees, charges, etc. But what I can tell you is that with fees and charges on top of this, we will be going. This cost us so far about a little over $200 in fees and charges. On this small account. So we're in a really good position coming into June. So we've got about $1,200, little over $1,200 in equity coming into June. Now we can kick on. Now we did get over $1,100 previously. So if you up until yesterday, like I say, if we look at the drawdown here, we got up kind of 1154, and then we had that big drawdown on the 18th. But it took us a while to recover from that. But now we're up there, and we've got all-time highs, and we're making good progress. So now we can actually take some good side, and I was able to do that today. Actually, I was able to take 1,000 shares. Today on the small account. So that's a big difference. Being able to take, so instead of just like 250 shares or 500 shares, using full leverage, able to take 1,000 shares of a stock, it means that you're making $100 just for a 10-cent move. more often than not, when you've got that bit of momentum, a 10-cent move is relatively easy to spot. So $100 position is great to be able to know that you're getting into a stock with a high likelihood, not certainty, but a high likelihood that you're going to make $100 on it is great for a small account. So now we can actually start growing the account properly, and we've more than doubled the size of the account. We're averaging, since the start of the month when we started the challenge, we're averaging 8%, just under 8% daily on the days that we've tried it. So and that includes all the days that we've lost. So the average is 8% growth. Now, I've set myself a goal of 10%, so we're not too far off that. We've got a little bit to do, but we're not too far off that. So statistics-wise, average daily gain, like 90 bucks. The last time we did a small account challenge was back in January, and we did that for 2.5 months. And the first month was always the trickiest. Doing a $500 challenge is proved to be difficult, but now we're over that $1,000 threshold, $1,200 threshold even. I'm kind of optimistic that we can kick on and start growing the account a little bit more aggressively now. So despite being discerning with my trade selection, I'm still kind of a 3-to-2 trader on the small account. So 28 to 17, so 60% of my trades versus 30. You know, it's a 2 to 1. But the risk versus what I'm not taking as big a risks as I am on a main account as with the small account, and that's that's shown in the K ratio there. So it is profitable. We're back at these highs here, so we're doing well enough. And now it's a case of kicking on from here and looking to looking to get a bit of a cushion going into June. I will be taking time off to relocate in July, so I'd like to get as close to as possible to finish this challenge in June. If I can't, that's fine. We'll finish it from my new location in July. But let's just get rid of that, and let's look at overall for the month. So what I'll say about the month to date, 223,000, my third best ever month. So I've had 2 phenomenal months in March and April, and granted, the first day of this month was a big day for me. If we go back to the calendar, that's really set me up for the month. Was starting off with 121,000. But even if I hadn't had the 121,000, I'm targeting myself on 120 a month. So even if I just had a regular $6,000 day there, I'd still be on track. Instead of the 121,000, a $6,000 day there, and we're currently at 223. So I would be at 106 right now. So would not be too far off goal. And I probably would have been a bit more aggressive if I was trying to hit goal based on that. So yeah, all in all, a really good month. Granted, a large portion of that was that first day. That was GDC off the top of my head that did that. But you can see here that whilst my trade accuracy in terms of winners versus losers is actually really good on the main account, better than than it is on the small account, my risk versus reward isn't. So my K ratio is very poor. So I'm taking bigger risks. It's paying off, but I'm taking bigger risks. I've been risking more than I've actually been gaining. So yesterday was a perfect example of that, where I went $11,000 down before finally coming back and finishing the day at $9,000. So it wasn't even a one-to-one risk reward, and that's something that, while I'm relaxed about it this month, I did say I'm not going to get stressed. I'm just going to trade relaxed this month. Going forward, I need to be mindful of that if I'm going to if I'm going to hit the goals that I need to. So let's just look at where that puts us on the month. We're 5 months in. So based on a goal of $120,000 a month pro rata, after today, I should be at $600,000. So 120 per month for 5 months, $600,000. So that's where I should be at. If I look at where we are actually at, we're about 150%, more than 150% of goal at the moment. And that's exacerbated, or you can see that because I've set myself a daily goal of $6,000, and we're currently averaging over $9,000 a day. So really, really good moment. This year is proving to be relatively good trading for me. So, you know, having the 3 best, in fact, the 4 best ever months of my trading career. Only February is less. So let's have a look at this. For example, days and times. Only February is less than so 169,000 was my best ever month, and that was last year. And I had 3 months in and around that kind of 168, 169, 170,000 area. And then I came into January and I had 175,000 a month. And then I've had 3 months after the debacle that was February. I say debacle, it's still a great month. It's $60,000 in February, still a great month. But I've had 4 of my best months, 4 of the 5 months that I've traded this year have been the 4 best months I've ever had in terms of results. And what I would say is I thank you guys for joining me on this journey and keeping me company whilst I'm doing this. You guys are watching me every day trading. I hope you're getting a lot from it. So we're in a very, very strong position going into June. And long may it continue. I'm now in a very happy position to be that when I'm relocating in a little over a month's time, that I can take that time off. I don't have to be stressed about trading to maintain my goals for the year. So we've built the cushion on the year. I can trade more relaxed individually across the month. So I'm going to submit my withdrawal figures to the broker this evening, and we'll be starting tomorrow with a substantially. Let me just have a look. How much should I withdraw? Let's have a quick look. What we'll be looking at. So yeah, we're probably starting with about $65,000. So we'll reduce the account size on the main account. That is, not withdrawing from the small account. We're still trying to grow that. But tomorrow we're starting with $65,000 on the main account, and we'll grow that again in June. So I won't be trading I won't be able to take 2,000 shares of Nvidia or the likes. So that's where we are. So look, we're having a good month. I've had a good day. We'll do it all again tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. You come join me, and I hope to see you there. That's 8:30 market time, East Coast, New York, and it's 1:30 where I am. If you're based anywhere else, you look up your time zones on Google. Google is your friend, of course. I am not the speaking clock, so I can't help you. But look up your time zones, and hopefully I'll see you there. In the meantime, enjoy your evening. Take care. $20.50. 1500 bid. There we go. That's not, oh, it's way too tight, but that should get me over. That's me over goal. Nice. Okay, so that's me over goal on the small account. Let's see if we can trade this exact same stock in a minute. Shares, basically. I'll go with 500, but no, go with 500 there. Let's see. Always double down. Nice. Got in. Trailing stop. There we go. Oh, got stopped out. 130 bucks on it though. So 250 bucks on it. Nice. $1,000 account. We'll give it that. Have some of that. Got a cushion now. Cushion over there, cushion on the ticker. So can I get over $7? Range. Select that now. Ready. 680. There's 680. $681 on the ask, 680 on the bid. Okay. Time consolidation. The wick's a bit nerve-wracking. Shut it down in a while. Take a bit with you. There we go, 10 cent burning stop again. 16 cent on the range, but that's okay. Really good down the small account. Good down the main account, but really good down the small account. 3 times gold. Got the devil horns there, so I'm done with it now. Okay, that's me done. Devil horns on multiple time frames. I'm done with that, so I will lock it down. And, yeah, nice, solid $300 day. 30%, 30% gain on the day. So, more, 35%. Okay, me done.